Rory Cakes Cos.
Hello.
Hey, how's it going?
Hey, how are you, Kenny?
I'm fine. I'm sorry about the technical issues or whatever.
Oh no,
Uh,
you're fine. I just wanted to make sure
yeah, yeah.
I wasn't doing something wrong on my
No,
end.
no, no, no. You're good, cause it does say on my Skype recent stuff that you did call. So, it's just my computer. It appears it's telling me to get a new computer or something. I don't know. But I'm joined with my good friend Rory Cakes Cosplay. Um, Joining me on the show, cosplayer extraordinaire. Um,
Oh,
you know, and shout out to Get Geeky. Shout out to Celestial, Hattie, and the whole crew. Um,
yeah.
we be friends. We've been friends for for a couple of years now. Now we didn't haven't got a chance to talk as much to each other, but we see each other from time to time. Um,
Yes, yes.
so and we will get to the wrestling stuff a little bit later. So we got to. Um, but
Yes.
but on the cosplay side of things, what made you decide to become a cosplayer?
Oh gosh. Um, I think my first ever cosplay was probably at a Lexington Toy and Comic Convention, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. We went and I dressed as Nick Fury, and it was just something I put together out of things that I could find in my closet and an old leather jacket that my mom had. And it was such an amazing experience. And instantly I knew I wanted to do it again and as many times as I could. The way people will stop you and talk to you and ask for your picture, it just makes you feel so good. And it's such a fun way to share the characters that you love. Um, Before that, I knew people who cosplayed, but I'd never done it myself, and I knew what it was. And I guess there was some fear there that I would do it and not like it, or I would do it and people wouldn't like me. So it took me a while to get into it, but once I did, it's always a roller coaster of fun and meeting new people and getting to see new things, and it's always a great experience. I get to learn so many new skills with sewing and working with craft foam and stuff like that, that it's always a learning experience, and it's always something new and fun.
I'm glad you brought up Lexington Comic Con because that particular convention just so happens to be next weekend, and
Yes, this
yeah,
next Saturday.
yeah, I'll be there for all 3 days. Um, I'm very excited to see Amy Jo Johnson, Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. She's probably the only living original Mighty Morphin Power Ranger I've yet to meet. I met everybody else, but
Oh, wow.
yeah, the Yellow Ranger is the only one I never got a chance to meet. I'm not sure if she did conventions back then, but rest in peace to her.
Yeah.
But wrestlers, there's Booker T, there's Kevin Nash, Lita, Trish, Ric Flair.
Yeah.
Uh, I mean, so I guess yeah, you're gonna be there. Anyone in
I
particular you're looking forward to meeting the most per se?
I definitely am looking forward to meeting Ric Flair, wrestler-wise. Now, um, in the realm of other characters or other people, um, oh gosh, his name is. I was just talking about him yesterday, and now suddenly I can't think of his name.
Hmm.
Oh gosh, the actor that always plays like the monster type characters. He's the fish guy in Shape of Water. I can't think of his name.
I think I know what you're talking about. I don't know the person's name by heart.
Yeah, he's going to be there. He's the fish guy in Shape of Water most recently, but he's also on the new Star Trek Discovery. He always plays they're such warm characters, but he's rarely ever human. He was the zombie in Hocus Pocus and Abe in Hellboy, and I feel like every show or every movie that I've ever seen him in, he's always been a character that I'm drawn to, even as a humanoid fish or monster or alien. He always has a lot of warmth to his characters that really draws me in, so I'm really excited to meet him. I've heard really wonderful things about meeting him in person and what kind of person he is.
Yeah, it's definitely the convention that I look forward to the most every year. They always bring big names, and especially now usually they Power Rangers heavy. That's not the case.
Yeah.
That's not the case this year, but out of the Power Rangers, Amy's the one. E.G. Daily, voice of Tommy Pickles. That's my childhood, man. That's my childhood.
Yeah.
I got to meet her, and just the list goes. And the woman that plays Selena Kyle in Gotham, I definitely want to meet her too.
Yes,
So,
yes.
yeah. So, yeah.
Lexington Comic and Toy Convention's I feel like a really special con for Lexington. It's really amazing to see something so big here, and just all the people that come from all over the globe to this convention, and it's been amazing watching it grow. I remember going several years ago when it was still kind of fresh and new, and how they've expanded and opened up the space that they used to be even bigger since then.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely has evolved. Being more spaced, if you will, means more people get to show their comic creators and things like that. I know you watched this certain movie recently, and I watched it just last night. Black Panther. It's killing.
Oh my gosh.
It's killing it right now. Box office wise, soundtrack with Kendrick, who's my favorite rapper right now. He's killing it as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I was in awe watching it. I was in awe. Chadwick Bronson, Michael B. Jordan, just the whole cast just killed it. What was your thoughts of Black Panther the movie? Just getting a chance to watch it and all.
It was an amazing experience. I mean, I went really late opening weekend on a Saturday. I think I went to a showing probably about 10:30. And when I arrived at the theater, I arrived about an hour early, and I could hear the people at the front talking about how all of the showings leading up to that showing were already sold out. And so I sat and waited in line, and I don't think I could be prepared for how amazing and special Black Panther was. All the hype from the start of when they announced that it was going to be a movie, my expectations were high, and a lot of the time when I have high expectations, I can be let down, and Black Panther did not disappoint. It was visually stunning, and the story was so good and so relatable to a lot of us, and it felt powerful, and it felt like a huge step in a direction in cinema that I'm so excited to see grow and expand more.
I swear, if I go to that convention next week and see a Black Panther, I may need to say, "Hey, can I get a picture with you?" I mean, it's just been an incredible one that the movie has had. Chadwick Bronson, for the record, he's been putting that work for years before there was a thought of Black Panther. He's a very good actor.
Yeah, he is. He's amazing.
He played Jackie Robinson. He's played James Brown, and he just plays these popular figures, whether it's factor real life people or fictional people. He nails it every single time. So, everyone that has put this movie together should be really proud, and I'm looking forward to its next appearance, which is Avengers in the coming months.
Yes,
So,
and I was shocked to see that they announced that that's going to be coming out a week earlier than we all expected. That was such a fun exchange to see on Twitter between Robert Downey Jr. and the Marvel Twitter.
Oh yeah, Marvel's killing it right now. Marvel's just doing it right now. So as far as back to your cosplaying for a moment. What are some new cosplays that you're working on that could end up debuting in 2018? Any new cosplaying you're working on right now?
Yes, I've actually got several new projects in the works. I've actually got planned to be in a WWE cosplay group with Celestial Cosplay and some other of our friends. Hopefully I'll have mine ready this Saturday for Lexington Comic and Toy Convention. I'm planning to do Ember Moon. I also have Teresa from Fable 2. That's actually, the outfit is completely done. I just need to get in contacts and figure out what I'm going to do for a wig. But Fable has always been my favorite video gaming franchise, and I'm really excited to get to cosplay as a character from that game. It's someone that I hope will be recognizable to other people that enjoyed the Fable franchise. Let me think. Gosh, I always try to plan out what I'm going to do during the year every year, and then, of course, along the way, I end up picking up more things or dropping things. But I also am currently a huge Image comic fan. Everything that they've put out recently has been magnificent. I'm really into Motor Crush right now. I plan to cosplay Domino Swift from Motor Crush. Also, Image has a comic called Snot Girl. It's a comic that is also by the gentleman that wrote Scott Pilgrim. So I plan to cosplay her as well. I feel like everything I pick up from Image right now has been really, the story is so well written and the characters are so diverse and they all have so much to them that I want to cosplay them all, and it's hard to restrain yourself to just a set amount of people in a year so you don't spread yourself too thin.
Awesome. And I did hear that Celestial is going to cosplay as Alyssa Bliss.
Yes.
So since she's gonna be here, so this Ember Moon cosplay that's debuting next week at the convention.
Yes, that is the plan.
I'll be looking for you.
Okay.
I need to get a picture of that for real though. So, Ember Moon, she's one of my favorites of NXT right now.
She is
her character,
crazy amazing.
Her character is just mind blowing. Not your typical stereotype African American female type of character. She's like a black equivalent to Xena Warrior Princess or something.
Yeah.
Like that. She got that going, and she's a fellow video gamer. She loves apparently she loves some Game of Thrones. She loves that too. So
I can see that.
Yeah, she is on her Twitter bio. She loves Game of Thrones. She loves it. Very, very she's into it. That's her thing. Apparently. So as far as let's get to the WWE side of things. As we all know, this is WrestleMania season. You have Fastlane a week from this Sunday. It looks like it's Charlotte versus Ruby Riott. You got New Day versus the Usos. You got AJ facing, I don't know, everybody. I might as well, I might as well. Maybe I should get in that match. Since I know that SmackDown got this thing called Land of Opportunity, but you're making it really difficult for AJ. You're making it real difficult of us fans wanting to get that match between AJ and Shinsuke.
Yeah.
Like, I know AJ's phenomenal and he could do whatever, but man, usually the Royal Rumble winner has to go through this uphill, and Shinsuke. But I think they probably gonna have him face Rusev. Rusev is growing right now. I almost want to sing Aiden English, but I'm not gonna do it right now. It's very addicting right now. It's Rusev Day. Like, what can I say?
Every day is Rusev Day.
Yeah. I try not to get into it, but it got me. It got me.
Yeah.
So, like, how are you feeling about the road to WrestleMania as far as the potential matches. And what are your thoughts on Ronda Rousey now signed with the company? Apparently, she's actually going through this.
Yeah, I am actually really shocked about Ronda signing with WWE. I was actually kind of disappointed with the way they chose to introduce her right after the Women's Royal Rumble.
Yeah.
I felt like they took that moment from Asuka to show us, or Asuka, I'm sorry, to show us that Ronda was coming, something that's been rumored for quite some time. But I do feel like we've got a lot of interesting things in the works, match-wise. I think I'm really curious as to if they're going to end Asuka's streak. I'm really curious as to how that's going to play out, who's going to be the one to say that they were the one to end this amazing win streak that she's got going on.
Yeah.
I'm also really interested to see who will be fighting Shinsuke. I love him. There's so many people and superstars in the WWE that I feel like I'm really invested in, and it's so easy to one week say, oh man, I hate this guy, I hate The Miz, and then the next week he comes on and he fights us all, and you're like, man, okay, maybe I can get behind this. But right now I really love the Usos.
I like the Usos too.
I like them a lot.
And that promo got me thinking, like, wow, they've been there for 9 years, and they've never been on the main card at WrestleMania ever. Like, how can that happen? How can they been in the company for so long and not been on the main card? They as far as I'm concerned, they're the longest running tag team in all of WWE, and you can't even give them one match in the main card at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's just heartbreaking. I would have understand if they just would have just said, maybe this just ain't for us. But they stuck through it. They switched the gimmicks up, and it's working for them. Fans are behind it. And I'm always entertained by the New Day. I was this close.
Yes.
I was this close to a pancake with the SmackDown show. I was this close, but Kofi didn't throw it in my direction though. I'm a little bummed about that. I will be at the SmackDown show on April Fool's Day of all days and / Easter.
Oh wow, yeah.
Yeah, I will be there. So
I forgot that's April 1st. I'm excited to see them coming to our area. It's really cool. I can't stay up that late. I am in bed pretty early. I love to sleep. So I don't get out to those as often as I would like to. But I do make it my thing to stay up late enough to watch Raw and SmackDown during the week.
I got you. It's understandable. It's I guess as you get old, then maybe it's best not to stay up super late. But I'll be one of those people that go to local music shows and stay up late. And like,
yeah,
I'm one of those people, and I appreciate the local music scene. Very good people out there. Before I let you go, why don't you go ahead and promote your social media feeds and where can people check you out, and also upcoming convention appearances that you and some members of Get Giggy going to be a part of as well.
Yeah, definitely. I am on pretty much every social media. I am Rory Cakes Cosplay on Facebook. I probably use Facebook and Twitter the most. I'm Rory Cakes Cosplay on Twitter. I have an Instagram, which is also Rory Cakes Cosplay. The upcoming conventions, I'm going to be at LCTC this coming weekend. I also plan to be at OMG Con in Owensboro, Kentucky this year. Tokyo Con this year in Lexington. I'm going to try to get out to YamaCon in Pigeon Forge this December. And I think that might be it that I know of right now. Sometimes I ended up tagging along to the end of conventions. I really like SubasaCon in West Virginia and MatsuriCon, so I'm going to try to make it out to those if I can, and just kind of see what cosplays I can get done and bring with me when I go.
It was great to finally have you on the show, given the circumstances. I think we scheduled it out of December, then things didn't work out. And then we tried maybe January or February, things didn't work out. I think one time my electricity went out like 15 minutes before the show even started. And I was pretty mad. Very salty.
I am glad that you stuck with me trying to get us here, and I'm glad to have been invited to be on the show. It's really an honor, and I really appreciate it, and I'm really flattered by it. So thank you, Kenny.
Thank you, and support your locals. Music, support your local cosplayers, and get geeky, especially KentuckyCon, which is August or September, one of the two. They even had one recently in northern Kentucky, but the one obviously people know them from is at Lexington. It's at the same building that Lexington Comic Con will be in, which is next week. So that kind of celebrates my Get Geeky anniversary. So every time I think of KentuckyCon, I think of Get Geeky, because that's how I was introduced to you all.
Yeah,
and
that was our first appearance there.
So, and not only that, our friendships has grown with Emily, with Jessica, and everyone else, and you guys have invited a brother to a couple of pay-per-views. I think I watched SummerSlam with you all. And,
yeah.
And TLC. That was the last time I was there. TLC, I think it was. But to continue success, thank you so much for being on. And I will be keeping an eye on that Ember Moon. So, Ember Moon Rory Cakes. And one more quick question. The nickname, Rory Cakes, where did that came from?
Oh, it just was completely made up. I've actually really always loved the name Rory. And then I actually also, one of my big hobbies is that I bake. I've made a lot of cakes. I actually made Celestial Cosplay's wedding cake. So anytime I have spare time to bake, I make cake. I love cake. One of my favorite characters of all time is Sailor Moon, and she loves cake. So when I was thinking of something that I thought described me, cake had to be in there. Something sweet and colorful and bright is how I see myself. So Rory Cakes was just natural for me to go with.
You're making me very hungry right now. I just want you to know that. But thanks for your time. You have a good night. I'll see you next Saturday. I'll be looking for you.
See you, Kenny. Thank you for having me. Have a good night. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.